Mike's Daily Podcast.
How we doing over here? How we doing? It's Mike Matthews. And today I'm bringing you this show on a different computer.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I am podcasting from Podcastro Valley, It's been what kind of taunting me? You're taunting me with your Mike. You haven't done this show in a long time. You're taunting me with your wheezy
Mike's
laugh.
Daily Podcast.
But I want to tell you, I'm very happy to be here today because I've decided that on this show, where we bring you funny topics and things, I'm going to bring to you there's like some kind of a weird sound. Do you hear that sound? It's like a cricket sound. Isn't it a cricket? It's a cricket. I love cricket so much. You know what? That's the sound of a UPS about to die. Hey, it's the Honorable Chad Wolf on TV on, what do you call that show? Seinfeld? No. C-SPAN, that's right. I get those two mixed up all the time. Thank you. Hey, it's so good to have everybody here on Mike's Daily Podcast. Speaking of Seinfeld.
Let's go, Jerry. Go!
Yes.
Go!
I wish that dang beep 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 sound would go away, but you know, some people fix things and some people don't. That's all I gotta say. Hey, and that's all I bring you with the show. The more you know. And Mike's Daily Podcast, episode something. I really didn't come too prepared today, but you like it best when I'm unprepared, don't you? This is when you go, this is Mike. This is when the rubber meets the road. This is where Mike Matthews goes insane and does this show, Mike's Daily Podcast. Listen to you, my wonderful podcast listener, keep me smiling.
Here's today's podcast picture.
That was the name of the last podcast, Smiling. This is episode 2127. My lovely lady friend took a picture. Today she got to go to Capitola with some friends. A friend of mine's mom and her friend. And so they had a Women's Day out. They had a fun time. And everyone needs to have a good time.
Right? Good.
I know, it's so true. And so sometimes you have to say, do it! And have a good time. And go to Santa Cruz. Actually, this is a picture in Capitola. They have these cool houses. Oh, I took Basil there. Oh, I have a great picture of Basil when we went to, we were down in Capitola. Oh, yeah. Basil, I sat him on the sand and got a little picture of him. I will have to post that picture at some point. But see the picture of wonderful Capitola at MikesDailyPodcast.com.
Why?
Because you need to see good pictures Mike makes. Oh, yeah, everybody knows how to do the good pictures. That's why there's Instagram. Everybody goes, oh, look at that sunset. I'm going to post a picture of that. Well, maybe Mike actually does some good photo taking. Since he's been doing it for 40 plus freaking years. Come on! Give Mike a break. That's all I'm saying. Give my heart a break. That little song I just made up. Kind of. So, topics today I would like to cover is, first off, I missed the first day of fall. I am so sorry. I wanted to say something about fall, and I didn't, so...
Sorry.
Did not get to do that. I love it when people leave me extra work to do at work, so just throwing that out there. Just thanks. Mike, you don't look busy. You're not like juggling 80 plates in the air. Just throwing that out there. Because some people, you know, they go,
oh my.
I've been here a long time. I have to leave. I have to go because I've been here so long. I'm going to leave now.
Something must be wrong with you.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm just going to go. Where was I? I got sidetracked because I'm like, wow. But you know what? As human beings, we have to realize that sometimes it's okay to say the word
No, God!
to other people. And I think the person that he's thinking about is like, dang it, Mike, why are you going on and on about this with your podcast? You could have just told me to my face. I'm like, yeah, well, I didn't know at the time that you asked me to do your job that I had like 80 million other things to do, so whatever. So I'm watching that Dead to Me and noticing that Christina Applegate is doing so well with this, and she reminds me of a French actress. There's a movie called Amélie, and I'm not talking about the lead who plays Amélie, but there's the lady who is her landlord, and Christina Applegate reminds me of that. Then I wanted to say that I was on a video binge watch about Steve Perry videos, and I think I mentioned this on the other podcast, but he did this interview on Good Morning America recently where he talked about, this is about 2 years ago, about how he did his last album. His last album was inspired by a woman that he met, he was introduced to, and he saw this woman. Actually, there was a documentary maker making something, or somebody was making something for Lifetime, and he's friends of this director, and they were editing. She was editing this show, and on the screen, suddenly there's this woman, and Steve Perry is like, oh, Sherry. No, he goes, oh, my, wow. Oh, my. And next thing you know, he's asking for the email address of this woman, and he basically says,
You've got mail.
I'm going to send her a letter.
There's a letter in your mailbox.
Anyway, they dated. Cafe Anyway.
Anyway.
This story is so sad. So they dated for 2 years. She died. She had cancer, and as she was dying, she said to Steve Perry shortly before she died, she said, you've got to promise me you're not gonna keep the music to yourself anymore. We know you hate doing Journey songs. We know you hate performing in front of people now. But you can't, you have a gift. Your voice is beautiful. You got to sing for people again. So he promised her, and he ended up doing the last album. But it made me think about things that we decide not to do because maybe we got once bitten, twice shy type thing. And we're like, I don't want to try it again. Should I do it again?
I will tell you at the time. I'll keep you in suspense.
So there are things like that I have shied away from because I had a bad experience. And I'm going to tell you an example right now. I can't think of an example right now. Why do you put me on the spot? I'm trying to do a podcast. You put me on the spot. And then you don't do your job. And you wait. Now I'm talking to several people at the same time. No. I know, whatever. All I say is, all right. Everything's going to be fine. We're all going to be good. And let's just play our bongo drums.
What are you, nuts?
And have a great day. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, don't be afraid. Don't live in fear.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you. Stop living in fear. Whoa. We're not gonna live in silence. We're not gonna live with fear. Whoa. John Farnham. Yeah, I pulled that out for all you Australians. So it's episode 2127, and look who's outside here.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, Skip Staff Supervisor. Is there a guy who's like really mean, who insulted me around?
No Nate today. Nate's not here to make fun of you or anything.
Thank you, Mike Matthews.
You're welcome. Look who else is here. Hello, Mike. This is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Yeah, that guy was kind of annoying. In fact, I had rigged this up for him next time I saw him. Oh! Wow. Look at that. He would have liked that.
They will be met with fire, fury, and frankly power, the likes of which this world has never seen before.
I pity the fool.
So don't cross Mike Matthews! If not, Mike Matthews is going to set a spell on you. I'm going to put a spell on you because you're mine. All right, that's pretty much it. A little bit of one more song.
New York City!
About New York City? No? Oh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm in a New York state of mind. That's life.
That's love!
That's what all... Houston, we have a problem.
I think we'll wrap it up because I think I might have offended you.
But if you get offended, that's the way the cookie crumbles. No.
Tell me what you think about any of this. You can call me 336MM Daily. 3 + 3 = 6. MM as a Mike Matthews Daily isn't what this podcast tries to be. I would have done one yesterday, but I had a day off and it was really fun, and I like to do that again sometime. But, yes. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. Thanks for listening.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!
And then I'll get out of your hair.
Oh, you'll get out of my hair, huh?
Because you have hair.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct, Mike. I do.
I'm cleaning my hands with the stuff.
He's rubbing his hands with sanitizer that smells like tequila.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, I'm kind of, yeah. Oh, good song.
Welcome to the Post Mike's Daily Podcast show, and I am doing something I have never, ever done in all 2,126 episodes. I think that's what we were at, 2126. I mean, 2,127. And that is a rebuttal from the person that I was ranting about.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I appreciate you allowing me to rebuttal. This is Mike's coworker, or employee rather, Ken. And
it's Ken, everybody.
Yeah. And I got a little bone to pick because Mike called me out on his daily podcast that he produces daily, as we are told. And he said that I am supposed to do things, and I ask him to do things that my job requires me. But it's interesting, Mike, because when I first came here, the thing that I asked you to do yesterday, you were already doing. And I had politely said, hey, Mike, if you need help, I'll help you. But I guess it just fell on me then, huh?
So I led this to my own problems. This is my own.
Yes, you shot yourself in the foot. As they would say.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate when you do that, and you do so many things.
When I do that? Oh, okay. No. Anytime someone says that, I'm like, oh.
This is weird talking with our masks on.
I know. We have. By the way, everybody, we have to wear our masks at all times. At all times.
So that's why we sound weird with our masks talking to you.
It just sounds like a cloth is over our face as it is.
Well, I'm sorry, Ken. It was late, and I'm like, oh, he left me. But I thought I had less to do, and then I took it out on you, Ken, and I shouldn't.
The interesting part is I tried to tell Mike, listen, I will do it. I'll do the job required. I'll do the task that isn't required of me, first of all, but I would do it anyway. And you're like, I'm already doing it because I'm Mike Daily Podcast Matthews.
Exactly, and so I got home a little late, and then we had that wonderful call early this morning from someone who. So this is it now. This is the world we live in, where anybody that gets sick, you don't know. You don't know.
I wasn't sure if you were going to tell the people, but we have no idea.
We don't know. So we had a little bit of a scare. So we're still waiting to find out. But that's why we have masks on. That's why we have all this alcohol.
This tequila
that you can't drink. Well, you could drink. It would not be good for you.
But. Yeah, your stomach would get all rumbly.
Ken, do you want to plug anything while you're on the end of my podcast?
No, actually. I just want to say that I'm happy to be here, and I'll continue to do work that I'm not supposed to do, but you think I'm supposed to do, and yet we're all friends, and I'll keep working hard for you, bud.
And to hire me, your LinkedIn is...
I don't even know what my LinkedIn profile is. I barely go on LinkedIn.
Mine used to be Mike for Hire.
Is it real? Was it really?
But I don't think you can get to it through that now. I don't know. They change it. It's weird.
Well, but they love you so much here. I don't think you're gonna get. You don't want to ever leave, right?
Oh, they'll take me out in a cardboard box. A wooden box, a pine box.
I would say a refrigerator box.
A refrigerator box.
It doesn't matter which. We could probably fit you somewhere.
A wine box. One of those wine.
We need many wine boxes.
Yes.
We have to do this more often, though, I'd say. I mean, we got to bring our buddy Nate in here, too.
Yes, you're welcome back anytime. Thank you once again to Ken. And thank you for listening to the show, Ken. And the podcast website is MikesDailyPodcast.com.